Hello friends, today we will discuss related to the driver circuit for the power MOSFETs, IGBT and the power transistor. So why we require the driver circuit? To meet the gate to source voltage requirement of a particular transistor. So we will build the driver circuit for conduction of the power transistors. So here today I am showing you the three different types of driver circuit. First, which is built up across the op-amp. Second one, which is built up across the IC 555, and third one by using the optocoupler and opto-isolator. So these are the three devices, circuits today we are going to discuss. Now for the operation of the op-amp, we require two signals for generation of the output square wave. So the output op-amp here, it is acting as an comparator. For that comparator, there are two types of different signal. One is a high frequency square wave and second one is the low frequency square wave. And this high frequency and low frequency square wave will be compared by the open loop comparator, and then the output of the comparator will be changed. So that is the square wave. Now this square wave will be applied to the transistors which is connected across the output of the comparator to enhance the strength of the signal that for meeting the gate to source voltage requirement of a particular transistor. And depending upon the on time or the of the signal, then the particular device will comes into the conduction. Now come here, I will show you how the device will be conducting and how the circuit will be built up. Okay, now you can see here there are three different circuits. First one is the op-amp based circuit over here. Second one is the IC 555 circuit which is connected over here, and third one is the optocoupler which is built up along the 4N35 circuit. Okay, now which three devices we want to study is the MOSFET, transistor and your IGBT. These are the three devices which we are going to connect here as an DUT. DUT is the device under test. Okay, so what we will have to do, we will have to just pick these three terminal from of the particular device and connect here for putting the particular device into the circuit. Okay, now here you can see there are two different types of signals. One is called as the high frequency square wave and second one is the low frequency square wave. You can see here it is a low frequency and high frequency square wave. Now this low frequency and high frequency square wave, the frequency of that signal we can vary from here, and these signals I am connecting as an input to the op-amp as an comparator. So you can see here this op-amp is acting as a comparator, and across the output of this op-amp we will get the square wave output. That I will show you how the op-amp will generate the square wave. You can see here, if I connected this, you can see here the square waves is generated at the output of the comparator. So this is the output of the comparator. Okay, now the same signal is applied here to the transistor. Here you can see the configuration. You can see the configuration T3 and T4. Here it is not visible, that's why I am showing here, that is T3 and T4 both are connected in such a fashion for increasing the strength of the signal which is generated across the output of the op-amp. So across the output, what type of signal you will get, that I will show you at the gate of the MOSFET or IGBT. Now presently I am connected the IGBT. So let's discuss about the IGBT. So here my oscilloscope is connected at the gate of the IGBT and the source of the IGBT. So this is the gate to source voltage which is supplied here, and you can see the output is a square wave output. Now you can also check simultaneously the strength of the signal, how much is the voltage which is generated here. Now the voltage generated here is around 13.35 volt at a frequency of 5 kilohertz. Okay, so this is the gating signal which is supplied to the gate of the IGBT, and depending upon this strength of the signal, what will happen, your IGBT will comes into the conduction for this much duration and it will not conduct for this duration. So this is the on time for your IGBT and this is the off time for your IGBT, and depending upon this on time, what will happen, the load will be get connected to the circuit. Now for the operation purpose, I have connected a 30 volt DC voltage to the particular circuit. Okay, now you can see as I am changing the frequency, your output voltage is going to be changed. Here you can see as I am changing the frequency of higher frequency signal, the depending upon the comparison, the output frequency will be changed, and in this way a particular device will starts conducting. So this is called as the driver circuit, for which is designed for across the op amp, which is connected in the open loop configuration. Okay, similarly you can have the another circuitry which generate the square wave, that is the IC555. Everybody knows that IC555 is working as an unstable multi-vibrator mode, where at the pin number 3 there is a square wave generation, and these square wave generated will be applied to the again the driver circuit, and this driver circuit output is fed to the device under test. So here is your gate of the IGBT. Here is the emitter of your IGBT, here is the collector of your IGBT. So here you can connect the IGBT and have the another type of circuit, driver circuit for your IGBT. Similarly, this one is the third type of circuit where I am using the optocoupler. Everybody knows the optocoupler, how the optocoupler works. When you supply the signal as an input square wave here, what happened? Depending upon the input square wave, this LED will going to be the conduct, and when this LED will conduct, the light will generated, the light will fall on the photo transistor, and according to that the light intensity of the light, the collector current will flows. Now this collector current is of magnitude very small, so it need to enhance the strength of that signal. So here the MOSFET circuit will be there, which will generate the required gate voltage for the IGBT, and here again this generated higher voltage will be clamped to the 15 volt with the help of this Zener diode, and that clamped voltage will be supplied to the device under test for the operation. So in this way you can see that we have designed the 3 different circuitry for your MOSFET, transistor or IGBT. Now suppose somebody says, I don't want to go for the IGBT, I want to see the transistor. What he has to do, he just pick this connection and place at this point. Suppose this collector will goes to the collector terminal, this gate will goes to the base terminal, and this emitter will goes to the emitter terminal. So now just I have replaced the IGBT with the help of transistor. Okay, suppose somebody says I don't want to use this transistor or IGBT, I want to use the MOSFET. So in that case I will have to remove this link from the collector and place it in the drain. Then this emitter will goes to the source terminal, and this gate will go to the gate circuitry. That's it. This entire circuitry will remain same for irrespective of the device which you are using in the circuit, but the driver circuit will remain same. So in this way one can design the driver circuit required for the particular power devices, and you can have build the different circuit like your inverter, MOS, chopper, and whatever the converter you want. In that particular converter you can take the advantage of this type of driver circuit along with that particular MOSFET. Thank you. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Professor Jitendra Davde's online learning solution. Thank you for watching.